We had someone in our own community who lived here, and this slipped through us.
Senator Joanne Brown was furious during today's public health oversight hearing on the foster care system.
This is a pretty serious issue. I don't think we're going to wrap this up in a nice little bow today and go home and feel a sense of comfort. I mean, this to me shows a failure in the processes that we had in place to protect a child.
Senators grilling the local health department's Division of Children's Wellness following the February arrest of a foster parent indicted for repeatedly sexually abusing a young boy in his care.
Because it's an active case that's going through the judicial system, we can't comment specifically on that case.
The defendant is 33-year-old Ryan Joshua Cruz. Cruz has since been released from prison on bond and is set to answer to the charges in court next week.
That's the particular case that has brought us here today. I don't want to get too generic about it, too vanilla, because this is very concerning. I mean, if this was any one of our children, if it was my child, I'd be banging your door down and having attorneys left and right and up and down.
The community outraged to learn Cruz was arrested for molesting a child last November and again on similar allegations back in 2018.
We don't get to mess up on stuff like this. We just don't get that privilege. I think a lot of people have those questions. I don't think that's anything we should, smooth over and, we got these new processes, so hopefully this is going to resolve it.
Since the case surfaced, Child Protective Services had the Guam Attorney General's office run checks on 105 names to include the licensed foster families on island. All names were cleared. Charlene St. testified as Public Health's acting director.
The system has been relied on for years.
That's until this year.
The systems used did not and do not provide cases of alleged child abuse. The data systems we use provide convictions.
Officials since reaching out to local and federal law enforcement to enhance background checks.
We are faced with weekly, if not daily, challenges to place our children in a safe home. What we need to own as a community is it is a process that requires time. Time we believe we don't have.
Time that led to the apparent break in the system, felling a little boy.
Just Googling him. It was as simple as that to put up that red flag. Now, I do understand that one of the most important things that I think public health needs to do is, regardless, you're doing your background checks. It's as simple as going on Google. We all know that. They rely on you. And I know you're hurt because of what has happened. I know you are. But let's take that hurt, that pain, that energy, and focus on how can we make this better.
Senators also briefed that the foster parent application process now includes more than a dozen background clearances and requirements.
Vice Chair Joanne Brown, any questions or comments for the panel?